Welcome back, students. This week we're going to color our asymmetrical balance drawing, our symmetrical balance drawing, and my favorite, the radial balance drawing. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get started. Here we have our asymmetrical drawing. So it is balanced but asymmetrically. So it is not the same on both sides, but the weight feels even all the way around. The visual weight is about the same all the way around for our asymmetrical. And now here is our symmetrical drawing, which means each side is exactly the same or mirrored, just like a butterfly's wing. And then our radial balance. So the radial balance starts from the middle and radiates outward so that the pattern is circular and all the way around the middle until it reaches the edge. And these are 3 types of balance drawings we worked on last week. This week, we get to color them in. So that's a lot of fun, and you get to use your own creativity for coloring and whatever materials that you have handy. We will be sure to color in a radial design, so I'll talk to you more about that when we get started. And we will also color this symmetrically, so it'll be mirrored, the same on each side. So red here on the left and red on the right. And then for our asymmetrical balance, you can color it however you would like. Now, you'll see my video has been sped up just a little bit, but you can color at your own pace with any materials that you have handy. And you don't even need to fill in the entire background with color. You can leave the background white. And go ahead and color in all of your shapes. I also recommend outlining the lines if you drew lines and the edges of your shapes. Now I will show you how to color symmetrically. So just like a butterfly's wing, you want it to match on both sides as we drew our design and our shapes, the same on both sides. So when we color, we need to remember to do that as well. Keep the color the same on both sides. And I will show you a fun, easy way to remember how to do that. Just keep in mind it's mirrored, so the left and the right side are the same. All right, so go ahead and choose what color you would like to use first. Any color at all is great. And we will get started in just a moment. I will be starting with blue, and I'm going to start with the middle. And then notice how I'm alternating and doing the same colors on both sides. So here I did the right side, and then I'm going to go right over to the left and make sure I do the same color around that shape. Now I'm doing the same with the red. I'm going to start at the top and then do the same underneath. And same with the green. So I do the marks on the top and then I bring it down to the bottom so that I don't forget, so that it's the same on both sides. And the same thing with this yellow orange. I'm going to make sure I alternate. So if I do one side, make sure and go over to the next side. Now notice I changed my drawing and I went around my outline. It's because I think I can make it more symmetrical this round with the marker, so I'm going to try to do so. And you can do the same thing too if you notice, oh, I can change that a little. You can go ahead and make your outline slightly different so that it is matching the opposite side a little bit more. And then you can erase any extra pencil lines so that it looks really nice. So I have another shape I need to outline, and I'm going to make sure I use the same color. But first I'm going to thicken these lines just a little bit with this marker. It's a little thicker. Now you'll be using any materials you have at home. Okay, so I'm going to do my last shape here with this nice red violet, and I need to make sure I do it the same on both sides, just like before. And now that my shapes are outlined, I'm going to fill them in. I want to use colored pencils. And I'm going to start with the middle like before. And then I'm going to use the same purple on both sides of this curved shape, on the left and right side. And keep it the same. And if you're using colored pencils, be sure you color it in evenly or as evenly as possible. So now I'm going to use yellow in all 4 of those shapes so that it's symmetrical. And I'm going to use this turquoise in here in this shape, and the same on the left side. So you'll be choosing your own colors and coloring in your own unique shapes that you've created, or you can be doing the same colors and same design that I chose. It's fine too. Okay, so I'm going to do this shape down here, and it looks like I'm using kind of a darker red. I'm going to do the same shape above, just like before. And let's see, I think I'll be coloring in a few more shapes. I'm gonna go ahead and do this with some red violet colored pencil, trying to keep it nice and even and symmetrical. Okay, I will be leaving a little bit of white in the background, but I do think I'm gonna use one more color. I'm gonna use some yellow here and color this symmetrically as well. So I'll color this bottom section, and I'll go right above and do the top. And then of course I'll be doing the same colors, the same yellow color and the same shapes on the left side as well. Once you finish your symmetrical coloring, we'll start on our radial coloring. So you're going to keep each row the same color. So each row has a different design or pattern, and you'll be keeping that pattern the same colors. So you will see as I begin how to do that in just a moment. Okay, let's pick out our first color, and then we can go ahead and begin. Now I will be outlining. You can go ahead and choose to fill in without an outline, but the outline does make it look really nice. So I'm gonna start with this smaller circle. It's almost the middle. You can also start right in the middle if you'd like. I'm gonna outline that with purple. And you can use any color, of course. I'm gonna make sure I continue the right colors in each row of pattern so that it is the same all the way around in each row. So it'll be symmetrical all the way around the circle. But we'll be using different colors, so it's going to look really cool. All right, so I'm going to do some more outlining here. So now I have my first row that will be purple. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and outline those middle lines that create a fun sort of star shape or X. Okay, so now the middle is outlined or colored in if you've already colored. We're going to choose a new color for the next part of our radial design. I'm choosing blue, and I'm going to outline this part of the pattern. So these lines that come out of that purple circle. You may have a completely different pattern. Just keep in mind, you want to use the same color in that ring, the same color combination. So you might use more than one color. Okay, so I'm going to continue using my blue to outline those circles inside this next row. I'll be using different colors to color inside these shapes once I'm finished outlining. Use a variety of colors for each row. An outline is nicely as you can. Try to follow your drawing as best as possible, but notice here I'm not following my drawing exact, and that's okay. You can erase any pencil lines that are left over. Now don't forget, you can pause the video and work at your own pace. Once you have erased any leftover pencil lines and everything is outlined and has radial symmetry, so it's the same all the way around in each row, you can start to color in each row. I'll be using colored pencils because I like the effect of having a lighter color inside each row, because you know how markers are a bit darker and more opaque? Well, the colored pencils are a bit transparent. You can see through them a little bit, which makes it look lighter. So I'm gonna do that. You can choose any materials you have handy. And just gonna make sure I see a pencil line there, so I'm gonna really try to make it look nice. Erase those leftover pencil lines. Okay, now I can start to color in with colored pencil. Now, of course, you can choose any colors that you would like. And the goal is to color each row the same. And I am going to decide to color the middle part all pink. And then the row around that is going to be a different color. Now you can use multiple colors inside each row, like the one after this yellow circle that I'm doing now. The next row, the blue one, I'm going to use 2 colors and it'll create a pattern. So it'll still be symmetrical, it'll just have 2 different colors. So that is definitely an option too, to create color pattern. Don't use more than 2 colors in each row though, that might become a little bit difficult. So I am using pink and I'm going to skip around and use different colors throughout, but I'm going to make sure that each shape and row around the center is symmetrical, is the same. So you really need to be careful and see what row is what color that you've chosen, and keep that consistent, keep it the same. And you can see here how I am doing that in this demonstration. So each row around the center has the same color combo. And look here, I'm using 2 colors in this row, blue and green, to create a color pattern. Now I'm leaving a little bit of white there on the very outside row. I think it looks really nice there. And that is it, everyone. You have finished coloring in your 3 types of balance drawings. And I cannot wait to see what you've made, so please submit it to me. Thank you. Good job, everybody.